As an administrator, oftentimes we want to look at groups of students that might be across various classes. So within the class profile, of course, you can look at the achievement information, attendance information, etc. within a class, but sometimes you want to look at a larger group, perhaps all grade 9 students or students within your school that have an IEP. So a student tracker group allows you to create a group and create a similar type of profile for them for you to be able to monitor and go into different profiles to support programming at the school. So to create a student tracker group, I'm going to simply click on the student tracker area. And from here, you have to decide whether you're going to create an automatic group or a manual group. For this video, I will show you how to create an automatic group, which means that once you set criteria, students are automatically added to this group. So I'm going to click on Create Automatic Group, and that will bring me into the Student Tracker area. When you've launched into the Student Tracker area, you'll notice that on the left-hand side, you have all the different categories of information that you can use as a filter. So right now I'm going to navigate to the grades area, and for this automatic group I might just want to, in one view, see the list of all grade 9 students. So in the center area is where I update the criteria, so I'm just checking off grade 9 students. And you'll see that on the left-hand side there are no students that pop up into this table. In order to apply this filter, you simply click the blue Apply Filters button at the bottom, and then you'll see dynamically on the right-hand side that the list of students is populated now. And so you can see that it's found 67 students. And this might be an opportunity just for you to look at different students. You have the ability to launch directly into their student profile if you wish, or you can export in one of these 3 different file types, or you could save the list and continue, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. If you add a criteria that you want to remove, simply click on the minus symbol for an individual criteria, or you can select the garbage can icon to remove the criteria. So I'm going to reset this filter right now, and maybe I want to expand it to grade 9 and 10 students. So I'll apply that filter now, and you'll see that the criteria includes grade 9 and grade 10 students, and then you can see the list here, including their grade. So oftentimes principals will create groups such as this, either by grade. Oftentimes they'll create a group under this demographics field with a student last name range. So if you have an assigned alpha group, so perhaps your last name beginning with A and up to ending with GE, you can simply put in A and GE here and apply the filter to just see the list of students within your alpha assignment. So that's another group that principals often create. Another group is they create a group with just students with an IEP. So you can select IEP, and don't forget to scroll down to the bottom to click Apply Filters for it to populate. So for this one, I'm just going to look at the grade 9 and 10 students. Maybe I'm a student success teacher, and I just want to know who the grade 9 and 10 students are. So I'm going to click Continue because I want to save this list for the teacher profile. So you give it a name. So this could be grade 9 and 10 students. The description, you could just enter in what the requirements were. So grade 9 or grade 10. And the start date might be the beginning of the school year. And perhaps you want to end date it for the last day of the school year as well. Active means that this group filter is always going to be actively working in the background. So if there's a new student that comes to your school that's in grade 9 or 10, they'll get automatically added to the group, and vice versa. If a student leaves, they'll also be removed from the group. You can lock the group or freeze the group as well, but typically the active group is the one that people prefer. So who can view? It's always a good idea to share it privately. You can share it with another staff member, so perhaps you're an administrator and you want to share it with your VPs, then you can do that using the shared and select feature. Public doesn't mean that you're sharing the student list with everybody. There's always role level security. So even if people can see your group, if they click on it, they'll only see the students that they're connected to inside of the teacher portal. So I'm just going to save this as private, and then the target, if you're a school principal, the idea is that you would be creating a school target and a school type. And that helps eliminate some of the groups that show up in other people's portals. So once you've filled out this page, simply click Save, and then this will bring you back to the student tracker area. So you'll see now that I have this grade 9 and 10 students group, and I have the start and end date. It's private, that's why there's a lock icon here. And then you can see that there's some export features right from this view. And then you can identify whether you want to receive an alert if there are new students that are added or removed, or simply clicking on the following button will allow you to unfollow if you don't want to receive the alerts. So I'm going to keep that as following. And then what you can do is if you want to look at the group profile, so similar to the class profile, you would select the group profile icon. Or if you want to look at the dashboard, you can do that. Or if you want to look at the student list, simply click on this icon. Or if you want to remove, you can delete the group or edit the group at any time. So if you you'll also see it listed under here under the student tracker as well. So if you just click on it, the default is it brings you actually to the dashboard. So you'll see a summary graph about just the students in this group. So different from when you log into Encompass on the landing page, that's all students that you have access to. In this dashboard, it's just the students, in this case, that are grade 9 and 10 in my building. And then if you click on the group profile, this will look very similar to the class profile, and that'll allow you to triangulate report card data and other types of data.